The wait is over. After weeks of consolidation and manipulation, the silver market has finally flashed the signal we have been waiting for. The technical charts have confirmed a massive breakout above the critical resistance level. The move to 100 is no longer a prediction. It is a live event. The algorithms that suppressed the price for years have flipped. They are no longer selling the rips. They are buying the dips. We are witnessing the beginning of a parabolic move that will redefine the value of money itself. If you are watching this, you are witnessing history. When we say parabolic, we don't just mean up, and we mean vertical. In a parabolic move, the price rises faster every single day. It feeds on itself. $80 becomes $85. $85 becomes $95. And before the public can react, we are at $100. This happens when there are literally no sellers left in the market. The weak hands have been shaken out. The physical inventory is gone. The only way to get silver now is to bid the price up until someone is willing to part with it. We have entered the vertical phase of the bull market. The key level was $90. For days, the banks fought to keep it below this line. They threw everything they had at it. But today, the buyers overwhelmed them. We have breached the psychological barrier of $90. In technical analysis, when a major resistance level breaks, it becomes support. This means the floor is now $90. We are building a new base at a level that seemed impossible just a month ago. The ceiling has been blown off. This move is being driven by a classic short squeeze. Hedge funds that bet against silver are now panicking. They have to buy back their positions to stop the bleeding. But because there is no liquidity, their buying pressure drives the price even higher, forcing more shorts to cover. It is a domino effect. We calculate that there are still billions of dollars in short positions that need to cover between here and $100. This guarantees buying pressure for the next week. We are currently in the institutional phase of the rally. The big money is moving, but the retail phase hasn't even started yet. When silver hits $100, it will be on every news channel in the world. That is when the public wakes up. That is when your neighbor asks you how to buy silver. This wave of fear of missing out, FOMO, will be the rocket fuel that takes us from $100 to $150. You're getting in before the crowd. Why is this happening now? Because the inflation numbers are leaking. The market knows the CPI data is fake. They see the price of gas, food, and rent. They know the dollar is losing purchasing power at an accelerating rate. Silver is sniffing out the coming inflation. It is repricing itself to reflect the true value of the dying dollar. A $100 silver price isn't expensive. It's simply the fair value in a hyperinflationary world. We cannot ignore China. While the US price hits $90, the Shanghai price is already teasing $100. The arbitrage gap is still open. China is leading the way. They are pulling the Western price up like a magnet. As long as China is willing to pay more, the price in New York has to rise to stop the metal from leaving the country. The East is setting the price, and the West is forced to follow. Industrial users are watching this breakout with terror. They know that once silver crosses $100, it becomes a Veblen good, something people hoard because it is expensive. This hoarding will starve the factories. We expect major industrial announcements soon regarding supply chain security. Companies will start buying silver mines directly to bypass the broken market. This removes even more supply from the public. This breakout is a defeat for the banking cartel. They tried to hold the line, they failed. This failure signals that they have lost control. The paper tiger has been exposed. Investors now know that the banks can bleed. This loss of fear is crucial. When the market stops fearing the manipulator, the manipulation ends. We are now in a free market for the first time in 40 years. $100 is a magic number. Humans love round numbers. When silver hits $100, it validates the thesis of every stacker who has held for decades. It changes the psychology of the asset. It moves from a cheap industrial metal to a precious monetary metal. It joins the club of gold. At $100, silver demands respect, and respect attracts capital. The gold to silver ratio is crashing. It is moving from 80.1 down towards 40.1. This means silver is outperforming gold. This is typical in a bull market. Silver is the high beta version of gold. It moves faster and harder. If you want safety, you buy gold. If you want wealth creation, you buy silver. The ratio is telling us that silver is the place to be. As the price rises, investors holding unallocated silver accounts are demanding physical delivery. They want to hold the profit in their hands. This run on the vaults exacerbates the shortage. The banks are being forced to find metal that doesn't exist. This delivery demand ensures that the price rise is real and not just a paper derivative game. Watch the financial news tonight. They will start changing their tune. They will go from silver is a bad investment to silver is the asset of the year. They always chase the trend. When the media starts promoting silver, it will bring in the passive investment money, the pension funds and the endowments. This wall of money is thousands of times larger than the current market cap of silver. As we approach $100, be aware of the tax implications. Governments will want a piece of your profit. We might see talk of windfall taxes again. But remember, you haven't made a profit until you sell. And in a collapsing currency, you don't want to sell for dollars. You want to trade for assets. Hold the line. Mining stocks are about to go supernova. If silver is $90, miners are making record profits. Their margins are exploding. We expect to see mining stocks outperform the metal itself in the coming weeks. If you want leverage without the risk of futures, look at the high-quality miners. They are cash flow machines at these prices. Anyone shorting silver right now is suicidal. The trend is vertical. The fundamentals are perfect. The bears are being slaughtered. Do not try to pick a top. In a parabolic move, the top is always higher than you think. The market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent, but right now, the market is finally being rational. We are repeating the 1980 move, but with better fundamentals. In 1980, we didn't have a debt crisis, we didn't have a solar industry, and we didn't have a China draining the vaults. The setup today is infinitely more bullish than it was during the Hunt Brothers era. $50 was the old high, $100 is the new floor. Dealers are still struggling to find inventory. The sold-out signs haven't gone away, they've just become more expensive. You might be able to find silver today, but you will pay $120 for it. The spot price is playing catch-up to reality. The gap is closing, but the physical market is still leading. The next 24 hours are critical. If we hold above $90, the path to $100 is clear air. There is no resistance. We expect volatility, we expect shakes, but the direction is set. Watch the Asian Open tonight. They will likely push it even higher. The alert has been sounded. The breakout is confirmed. $100 is in the crosshairs. If you have been waiting on the sidelines, your time is up. The rocket is leaving the pad. Do not chase it when it's at $150. Secure your position now. The great silver revaluation has begun. Central banks are not sitting idle. They see the metal rising. They know it signals a loss of confidence in their currencies. We expect them to start buying silver covertly to back their digital currencies. If the Fed or the ECB announces a silver purchase program, the price won't just double, it will add a zero. We are watching the central bank balance sheets closely for signs of accumulation. They will try to own the asset that replaces their paper. Twitter, X, and Reddit are on fire. The Marzinger Silver Squeeze hashtag is trending globally. This social sentiment is a leading indicator. It means the viral phase has begun. When millions of people start talking about a niche asset, the demand curve shifts permanently. The crowd is waking up to the fact that they have been robbed by inflation and silver is their way to fight back. The digital army is mobilizing to drain the physical vaults. We are already seeing stories of people who sold at $30 and $50 regretting their decision. This seller's remorse prevents them from selling again. It creates a psychological lock-in. People who hold silver now are determined to hold until the end. This reduces the available supply even further. The float, tradable supply, is shrinking because the holders have turned into believers. As we approach $100, the risk of circuit breakers rises. The exchange might halt trading to cool down the market. Do not panic if this happens. It is a sign of strength. It means the buyers are winning. If they close the paper market, the price discovery will simply move to the physical market, where the price will likely be even higher. A halt is just a pause button on an explosion. For those who listened, this is a life-changing event. Your net worth is exploding while the rest of the world is losing money to inflation. This wealth effect allows you to pay off debt, buy land, and secure your family's future. You are not just making money, you are gaining freedom. This transfer of wealth is the reward for your patience and foresight. As silver gets expensive, people will stop looking at ounces and start looking at grams. People will say, I can't afford an ounce, but I can buy a gram. This unit bias drives the price higher because small investors are willing to pay higher premiums for smaller amounts. We are moving towards a world where silver is priced like gold, too valuable to be used as pocket change. We must revisit the solar industry. At $100 silver, the cost to produce a solar panel jumps significantly. This threatens the entire renewable energy transition. Governments might subsidize silver purchases for solar companies, effectively putting a floor under the price with taxpayer money. The political need for green energy guarantees a bid for silver no matter the price. For 13 years, silver investors have been beaten down. That bear market PTSD is healing. The market psychology has shifted from sell the rally to buy the dip. This change in sentiment takes years to reverse. We are now in a secular bull market that could last for a decade. The trend is your friend, and the trend is violently up. This price explosion is part of the larger global reset. The old financial system is being dismantled. The debt is being inflated away. The new system requires hard assets. Silver hitting $100 is the signal that the reset is entering its active phase. The chaos in the markets is the birth pangs of a new monetary order. The breakout is real. The fundamentals are undeniable. The momentum is unstoppable. $90 is broken. $100 is next. This is not a drill. We are witnessing the revaluation of the people's money. If you are in, hold tight. If you're out, get in. The rocket has cleared the tower, and we are heading for the stars.